Welcome back to the Kim Dynasty Show. This is your boy DJ Silos. Today's guest, we have Rick Kinchers from Mint Condition. Welcome aboard, Rick. Welcome aboard.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
Hey,
That's
listen.
I'm sorry. My name
Go
is
ahead.
just Rick from Mint Condition. Thank you.
Rick from Mint Condition. I apologize.
Oh, no,
I have
it's
a
okay,
thing.
man.
Listen, I have a
It's
thing with
okay.
names. Trust me. So
Oh, no, it's okay, man.
respect that.
It's okay.
Rick from Mint Condition. Now, listen, we're all fans of Mint Condition. We're all fans. I think we're all in the same peer group, I think, as far as age. And we always have this conversation, not really debate, but we all can agree that the best music, R&B, hip-hop, definitely is in the 90s. And I have a question for you. But before I make that question, one of the things that we were always commenting about is how do we accept the new generation compared to our generation? And you actually made an interesting comment back when you had an interview in Hype magazine, I believe, back in February, where you said that the day you stop listening to the youth or look down on them is the day you're going to get stuck in time.
Right.
So my question is this: is it more of a challenge for you to come from an R&B group to go as a solo artist, or is it more of a challenge to come from a group from the 90s into today's genre, today's generation, if there's a challenge at all?
You know what? It's not. I mean, because I rock with everything that's out there. You know, like one of my favorite albums of probably 2019 was between probably, Cardi B and Travis Scott.
Okay.
I was probably leaning a little bit more another way. But yeah, like Travis had the best record. I mean, he had like probably 14 joints on his album that I could rock with. And I love, I love Chris Brown music. I love Frank Ocean is definitely a favorite. Tyler, the Creator, that's more of my style of stuff. And even in the 90s, like y'all might have y'all favorites and stuff like that, but mine was a little bit different. Mine was a Tribe Called Quest.
Okay.
Outkast, like those at the top of, everybody have their top, top 5 rappers of the 90s, or whatever, or forever. Mine was Outkast, Wu-Tang, Tribe Called Quest. I cannot forget Slum Village is definitely at the top, Jay Dilla, Slum Village was definitely a favorite. So.
Okay. He's definitely missed in this industry, Jay Dilla.
Yeah. And so, yeah, you definitely got to listen to everything that's going on. And that's what gives you, and then keeping true to yourself, it just gives you a totally different sound. It gives you a fresh sound, just like my record, Truth Behind the Lie, is going to be a fresh record because it's going to be all over the place. And it's, it's going to be talking about a lot of different things. Like when I write, it's about like a large percentage of the time, it's about it's about real shit. So people are going to feel what I'm saying, if nothing else, they definitely going to feel it.
Okay. Well, we're definitely looking forward to it.
Yes, definitely. And you're definitely going to send it to me, right? So
yeah,
we can throw it in rotation. That's not a problem.
Oh yeah.
So now you worked with a lot of different people. I was just going through the list of all the people that you worked with, from Davies to Robert Glasper to Tony Braxton, Jesse Powell, and Nesby Dwelle, even Remy Ma and Chris Brown on the Pretty Brown Eyes remix, or the remake that they did. How is it working with so many different artists, from being in a group? I mean,
well, me personally, I didn't work with any of those people, but Robert Glasper covered a song that I wrote called Why Did We Try? I co-wrote it with Stokely, but the idea was like was mine. That was definitely dope. He's a musician that used to watch us when we went, came to Howard and stuff like that. Him and Chris was really good friends. Jesse Powell, that was Stokely and Carrie did that project. and SB, I don't know which one of the guys that, you know, that worked with her, but
So it was
was definitely
different members of the
yeah,
group. Okay.
yeah, definitely. I worked with definitely the Tribe Called Quest when they did the remix to what was the song? If You Need a Friend, Let Me Be the One. Charlie Wilson, Pretty Lady was a song I co-wrote with Stoke. I wanted Charlie. I was like, how do we get a hold of Charlie? So I called my manager up, and he was like, and this is the type of person I am, you know. He was like, man, I don't know how to get a hold of him, and I'm like, okay. And he's touring, right? Who was his booking agent? What was the last club he played last? You know, I'm like, that's how you get a hold of him, you know. And
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
he made the call, you know, and Charlie came up to Minneapolis, you know, and killed it. And that was like entertaining to us because he was like, we didn't get a chance to produce him at all. He was just in the studio, and we was just like some cheerleaders, you know, basically like some little girls in a room with Justin Bieber singing or something, you know.
Yeah.
That's pretty much how it was, you know. So that was definitely you know, a great memory. You know?
So now you
And
say
he can
that
go.
Yeah,
Charlie is a beast.
yeah.
He can
If y'all
go.
if y'all ever interview him, you know, let him know about my record because I can't get a hold of him no more. His you know, he's on a whole another level now, and I think his manager don't take my calls anymore. So if y'all get a hold of him or something, you know, tell him I said what's up and send him my record.
Definitely will do.
Yeah.
Now you said you wrote "Believe in Us."
I co-wrote "Believe It." The idea came from me.
Okay.
Um, the there was a young lady that I had a crush on, and I used to hang out with her a lot. You know, we never dated, but I used to hang out with her a lot, and yeah, I was on some, you know, could you believe in us? You know, could you, can you believe and trust? You know, like I believe in God. You know, or can we believe in God? Whatever the words was, I was
Yeah, no,
like,
I
you
was
know,
gonna
I was on
ask you
that.
about that
Yeah.
because that's the first time I ever heard something like that. It actually goes, "Could you believe in trust like I believe in trust? Could you believe in God like I believe in God?"
Thank you
And
for complimenting.
I was like, wow, like that's
Yeah.
amazing. But like, does your spirituality play a part? If you are spiritual, does it play a part in your relationships, the decisions you make, and even your songwriting?
Man, I needed to. I need to get better at it. I'll be like on some fine girl shit, and it's the wrong thing to be on because, you know, I probably would have got punched less if I would have been on some peaceful, some
Yes.
other shit, you know.
Yeah.
But you run into people, you know, that have experienced severe trauma, you know, and
Yeah.
that's a serious, you know, that's a serious thing to move on from because it affects your friendships. You know, you have you only gonna have a friend for about 3 months or 4 months
Right.
before you go from 0 to 10. You're only gonna you know, a guy is only gonna be around for, you know, 6 to 9 months. By then, he's gonna figure out pretty much what's going on in your job situation. Because if you have a 0 to 10, once you go from 0 to 10, and once you get to 10, whatever happens, you know, if you don't know how to, how to bring it down, it's going to go over that, and you're going to end up losing. You're going to end up losing the job, you know, every 4 or 5 years because
Mm.
it's going to catch up with you. So.